There's a catchphrase that goes around the community of personal trainers and fitness influencers fairly often these days. And according to the phrase, your body is your business card. And what people are getting at, obviously, is that people will look at how fit you are as a personal trainer or as a fitness influencer and decide whether or not they want to hire you on that basis. Believe it or not, I'm not going to quibble with that statement as far as it goes. We know that first impressions matter a great deal, and that many people's first impression is visual. So people are going to look at your body, and they're going to make judgments about you. That part's fine. Where I think this phrase sometimes gets misapplied, though, is in the follow-up, where people say, obviously, as a personal trainer, it is therefore in your best interest to be as muscular and shredded as possible. The lowest possible body fat you can achieve, the highest amount of big muscle, otherwise no one's gonna hire you. Except I've had clients tell me right to my face that a shredded personal trainer was the last person they would ever hire. And I've had at least one client in particular tell me that for him, I was a better trainer than his previous trainer, who was a shredded, very well-trained mixed martial arts fighter. The difference wasn't that I was in better shape than that guy. The difference was that I explained what we were doing in more detail, and that was the missing link in some of my clients' understanding of why we were training the way we were. By the way, he wasn't saying that his previous coach was bad. He was just saying, I provided value that his previous coach didn't. And that's without being especially shredded. I'd be surprised if I'm under 20% body weight even right now. Some of the same folks who are committed to the reasonability of judging on appearances and making a snap judgment on appearances are the same ones who will be very surprised and dismayed at the idea that someone would look at their shredded physique and say, not for me. But it makes perfect sense. Not every client wants to be that shredded, and some clients are going to assume that if you're that lean, you may always have been that lean, and you may never have had to deal with whatever limitations or setbacks or excuses, good or bad, that they need to fight through and work through and change in their own life. We all know the value of working through some of your personal connections sometimes when you're building your career. Well, some of my earliest clients were people who knew me back when I was 60 pounds heavier than I am now. They've seen the transformation that I went through in the last 10 to 12 years. And when I hung out my shingle to say I'm a personal trainer now, they said, oh, wait a second, you might get what I'm dealing with, because I remember when you were dealing with the same thing. Some clients are going to look at this gray beard and say, oh, you're not just a kid. You've got some life experience. I'm going to get along better with you than I am with some shredded guy, even if you have equal amounts of knowledge, even if the shredded guy has more knowledge than you do. Not everyone is looking to jump into the deep end of the pool right away. By the way, one of the classic rebuttals that people give to this kind of argument is, well, you're not pushing your clients very hard, you're letting them down by not being tougher on them, and your lack of skills mean that they won't be able to progress as far. That's only true if you assume that none of us are smart enough to tell our clients, you've grown past what I can teach you. But in fact, I've had clients leave for all kinds of good reasons that related to their own life. And sometimes that was, hey, your coaching isn't the right coaching for me. I like you, but I'm going to go seek something else. Awesome. Because, at the end of the day, it's not just about my paycheck. It's about what the client needs. And again, this is what people aren't thinking about when they say your body is your business card. because they're assuming that only one kind of business card will attract all clients. Clients are human beings and they have all kinds of differences, all kinds of different needs. And if you can't get your mind around that, hey, try leveling up. Because frankly, I'm here to serve the people who need this, not the people who need a shredded coach. There's plenty of good shredded coaches out there. There's going to be clients who absolutely want to get as lean as possible. And if they start with me, I'm going to tell them at the outset, here's what I know about doing that, but also here's what I don't know. And you need to keep in mind that there may come a point when even if you like me and we're working well together, you might want to move on. Easy peasy. If you've made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if this video or any of my others have entertained you, made you smile, taught you something, given you some support on your own journey for mental or physical health and fitness, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if that's too much of a commitment right now, please at least give it a thumbs up. Thanks for your time, thanks for your support, thanks for your attention. Go kick some butt, including your own, in a good way. Love ya.